701 here, and I thought with everything that's kind of come in recently, I'd do an updated video showing off the old Doctor Who collection so far. Though I have rearranged the figures a little bit. Got some of my Super 7 Thundercats here. Y'all don't really get a chance to see some of this stuff. My Origins He-Mans. Matter of fact, here's what's actually on top of the Thundercat stuff. Y'all don't ever really get to see this, so I thought I'd show that. A couple of lightsabers there. Very nice. So, of course, I have my collection box sets right here, including the original release of Season 12, because the artwork's a little different on the reissue. You can see the villains in it, kind of like on Season 23 here. I don't want to pull them all out. It's just, y'all know what they look like. And then, of course, I have some of the Blu-rays. I have the special edition of Power of the Daleks here, and Evil of the Daleks. Shada on Blu-ray, and of course the TV movie. I flipped them around to the UK one so they all line up and match a little better. And then I have 3 releases of the US releases of the box sets, but it's dumb, like Tom Baker Complete Season 1. I don't know why the US does theirs like that with that labeling. It's so stupid. We got those, and then right here we have the David Tennant collection. This was on sale for like 20 bucks with shipping. And I figured, hey, having all of the Tennant collection on Blu-ray and not having to pull my Steelbooks out all the time, cool. I like that. It's a little wonky. It had a little slip cover, but it looked weird with the slip cover. Although it looks still a little weird with these being different lengths, but it looks better than with the slip cover. And then I've got my Blu-ray Peter Cushing movies, which I've watched this one, but I haven't watched this one quite yet. I'm hoping to get to that soon. The artwork looks good on both. These, of course, were sent to me by one of my patrons, the Flyattractor. We have The Beginning, the first 3 stories from Hartnell. Of course, The Keys of Marinus, which I believe was sent to me by Unknown289. I'm going to have a devil of a time trying to remember who sent me everything. My memory is awful. It's like having a photographic memory with no film in the camera. And then, of course, we come to the Steelbooks. And of course, I have my Galaxy 4 right here, Power of the Daleks, and the Macroterra. I'm actually in the middle of watching the reconstruction of the Macroterra right now. And when I say right now, I mean right now. Got the Faceless Ones, Evil of the Daleks, The Web of Fear. That is a nice looking Steelbook. Fury from the Deep. And then, of course, the modern series. I do actually have the ever so expensive Series 1 Steelbook and the Series 2 Steelbook, and 3 for this David Tennant specials, 5, 6, 7, and then of course the 50th anniversary with the great work by Lee Binding, the Series 8 one. I don't have the Series 9 one, which is a point of contention for me. I would love to have the Series 9 one, but it's ridiculously expensive, and I can't believe that it's never either been reissued or they put out one with new art, because I know there's a lot of us that don't have the Series 9 book, and I know it's driving us crazy. You figured they would either reissue the old one with Alice's art or do a new one. I do have the Series 10 one, and then I do have Flux, because I did actually like the artwork for Flux, to be honest. Moving back to the DVDs, we have the Aztecs, which was sent to me by one of my subscribers, Stevel, who I hope is doing all right. I haven't seen Stevel in a minute. I hope he's doing okay. And we have Planet of the Giants, which was also sent to me by Stevel, and I absolutely love Planet of the Giants. It was the first story I got to see from Season 2, and it's phenomenal. So I hope Stevel's doing well. The Invasion, the Dalek Invasion, I believe Adrian, I think, sent me that one, if I remember correctly. And The Rescue and the Romans, I haven't had a chance to watch that yet. I just got that from Flyattractor recently. I got The Time Meddler, which I believe was from Unknown289, if I remember correctly. I have to remember, I know Robin sent me several things too, and I'm trying to remember who sent me what. The Ark, which was the first Hartnell I ever bought, the first Hartnell story I ever bought on DVD, and the only one I had for a considerable amount of time. And The 10th Planet, which was the second one I bought. You know, you need to own The 10th Planet. So it was only those 2 I had for a long amount of time. And then we move into Troughton with The Moon Base. And then, of course, the original release of Tomb of the Cybermen. So this was before it was ran through Vidfire. They ran it through Vidfire for the special edition. Although there is a clip of it that's an Easter egg on here of it being run through Vidfire. And then, of course, the Ice Warriors. Enemy of the World. The Web of Fear. And, unless I'm missing something, we have the Dominators, which isn't that great, but I've seen worse. The Mind Robber, which is phenomenal. I love the Mind Robber. And then we have the Invasion, which is also phenomenal. I think the only reason the Invasion is not held in quite as high regard as Tomb of the Cybermen is simply the fact 2 of its episodes are missing, because it's great. The Crotons, probably Troughton's most underrated story. Seeds of Death, far better than the Ice Warriors. And then, of course, the War Games, which is phenomenal. I love the War Games. Moving into 3, we have Spearhead from Space Special Edition. I am looking forward to the Season 7 box set coming out so I can actually see Spearhead on Blu-ray and see just how good it looks in true HD. Inferno. I love Inferno. This, of course, is the original release of Inferno. I don't have the special edition where they've cleaned it up some. Colony. Probably John's most underrated story. And the only story I have from Season 8 on DVD. Day of the Daleks. The Three Doctors. Carnival of Monsters, the original release. The Green Death, the original release. And The Time Warrior, which I recently just got from Ian. One of my subscribers, Ian, sent it to me, which I really appreciate. I hope he's doing well. And then, moving down here. Oh, that's when you know you're getting old. You can't bend down to reach something or squat down without making some kind of verbal noise, some kind of groan or grunt. We have Death to the Daleks, which is fantastic. Planet of the Spiders, which is has its moments. Of course, Tom Baker, we have a Robot. The original release of The Ark in Space, which I like, as I feel like the special edition gives one cool thing away. Revenge of the Cybermen, Tom's most underrated story easily. Love the artwork on that cover. Terror of the Zygons, which is great. Planet of Evil, which is great. The Android Invasion, which is good, even though it is the weakest of 13, Season 13. The Brain of Morbius. I would love to see Morbius come back under Russell T. Davies. The Seeds of Doom, classic Tom story. Love it. Then we got The Deadly Assassin. Face of Evil. I love Face of Evil. It's a very underrated story. Robots of Death, which is also really good, but I do think Robots of Death is a tad overrated. But still good. Of course, the special edition of Talons. I love Talons. The Sunmakers, which is the only Season 15 story I have on DVD, oddly enough. It took me a long time to realize that. This is the only one I own of Season 15, which is a shame because Season 15 is so good. Destiny of the Daleks. The Horns of Nimon. Then we have the DVD release of Shada. And we have Meglos. Arc of Infinity. I like Arc of Infinity. I think it's an underrated story. The Five Doctors. Of course, the 25th Anniversary Edition. Love that cover. Frontios. I think Robin sent me Frontios, actually. And I appreciate him sending that because I really enjoyed Frontios. Caves of Androzani Special Edition. The only Colin Baker story I own on DVD. And boy, what a one to pick, right? It's the only one I own actually on DVD. I don't actually own any of Season 22 yet. I'm waiting on that box set to eventually come out. Time and the Ronnie. Got Dragonfire. You guys know I love Dragonfire. Survival. Ending out the classic series. And, of course, I do have the TV movie on DVD as well. And then I have some of the sets here as well. Like, we do have the Beneath the Sea box set, which has Doctor Who and the Silurians, the Sea Devils, and Warriors of the Deep on it. That is a good one. And then I do have the Dalek War, which which has Frontier in Space and Planet of the Daleks on it. I do have the Key to Time box set here with all of Season 16 on DVD. So one of the reasons why I want Season 16 to be the final Tom Baker season released in the collection, because I already have the whole season right here. And this, of course, is the E-Space trilogy from Season 18, Full Circle, State of Decay, and Warrior's Gate. And it does have some really good artwork. That's not focusing, but it's actually some really good artwork. And then, of course, the New Beginnings trilogy, which has Keeper of Traken, Logopolis, and Castrovalva on it. So ending Tom's run, beginning Peter's run. And then we have the Black Guardian trilogy right here with Maldron Undead, Terminus, Enlightenment, and the special edition of Enlightenment. And then I have 2 UK releases sent to me from JLBWHO, one of my patrons and subscribers, Underworld and The Horns of Naimon. I like having those on the shelf, even if I can't, they won't actually play, but I like having them on the shelf. And then Jubilee, my only Big Finish audio that I own physically right now. I own Spare Parts digitally, but this is the only one I own physically at the moment. Jubilee, and I really enjoy Jubilee. And then some of the books I've gotten recently. I had to make room here. I've gotten a lot of books. Flyattractor has sent me several books. We have Doctor Who and the Daleks there. Doctor Who and the Cybermen, which is the book version of the moon base there. The Abominable Snowmen, which I absolutely loved right there. I have read that. It's going to take me a while to get through all these. The book version of Web of Fear. We have The Rescue right here. And I've been told it's really fleshed out since The Rescue is only a 2-parter. So that ought to be fun. The Myth Makers, which I definitely want to read since it's completely missing. The Gunfighters, which I really adored. I loved the novel of The Gunfighters. It was so much better than the actual episodes. I would have much rather they lost the Gunfighters and kept other stories that they lost. The Highlanders, which is also fantastic. I've read that one and really enjoyed it. We have The Faceless Ones. Yeah. What is that? The Dalek Invasion of Earth. Power of Prowl. That ought to be an interesting read. I need to give that one a read. See if it'll make me appreciate the story a little more. It is a Robert Holmes script after all. We have The Chase, and then of course we have Genesis, the book version of Genesis. I like that logo. I'm not used to seeing that style of logo. That's an interesting one right there. With an introduction by Harlan Ellison that I've read with some of the other ones it's included with. And then we have the Target novel, and look at that cover. That is a phenomenal cover. It's on the back too. It's a really cool cover. And then we have the book Human Nature with the 7th Doctor, which of course the TV episode is based on. I haven't had a chance to give it a read yet. We have Scratchman, which I have actually read. I just finished Scratchman. I haven't done the review yet, but I have read it. At Child's End, which I've been looking forward to reading. I'm really looking forward to jumping on that. We have one about the Weeping Angels, 12 Angels Weeping, so short stories with the Weeping Angels, and I love the Weeping Angels. The Science of Doctor Who. And then we have some graphic novels. Let me ease over here a little bit. I've actually read this one, and I really enjoyed it. The 13th Doctor Meeting the 10th Doctor. It's actually really good. Looking forward to doing the review on it. I haven't read any of the others yet. But I'm actually enjoying the 13th Doctor in book form much more than I am a lot of her TV appearances. Look at that artwork. That looks gorgeous. I'm looking forward to reading more of those. And then there's a itty bitty little book in there, which is more of a children's book. And then I have 4 Star Trek novels right there as well. That was sent to me by Steven, actually. He sent me a lot of these bigger ones right here. So yeah, that's pretty much all the Doctor Who stuff for the most part. There was a couple of the books that are too big to fit right here, but that is where I'm at on my collecting at the moment. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, I would like to ask that you click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications so you never miss out on another video. I also have a Patreon if you would like to contribute to that. There is a link to that down in the description below. I also have an Amazon wish list, which is down there as well, if you would like to check that out. And my P.O. box is down there. If there's anything you would like to send me, as several of the things I've mentioned in this video have been sent to me by some of my subscribers and some of my patrons, which I really appreciate. So if you want to check that out. Most importantly, though, thank you for watching.